Sleep Sheep by Kerry Lyn Sparrow and bubblegum-flavored. Sleep sheep. Sleep sheep. Duncan liked bedtime snacks and bedtime stories. He liked putting on his favorite pajamas. If there was bubblegum-flavored toothpaste, Duncan even liked brushing his teeth. The only thing Duncan did not like about bedtime was going to sleep, and he would do anything he could to avoid it. Duncan was pretty sure he knew enough tricks to avoid going to sleep for the foreseeable future. What he didn't know was that his mom had a few tricks up her sleeve too. One night, Duncan found that his room was not quite as he had left it. Cooler pajamas, warmer pajamas, directions to the bathroom, nightlight number 1, granola bar with raisins, granola bar without raisins, glass of water, jug of water for refills, flashlight, short books, long books, wool socks, extra blanket, 17 cuddly toys, extra pillow, hard, extra pillow, fluffy, cotton socks, nightlight number 2, and a box of tissues. After his favorite bedtime story, Duncan's mom gave him a big hug and a kiss and said, "Sweet dreams, Duncan." But Duncan couldn't think of anything because everything he could possibly need was right there in his room. "But I'm not sleepy," Duncan wailed. "Try counting sheep," his mom suggested, and closed the door. Duncan took a deep breath and tried to think sheepy thoughts. 1, he whispered. To his surprise, a handsome sheep with a green number 1 on his side jumped right over his bed. Duncan rubbed his eyes. 2, another sheep, this one wearing a purple number 2 and matching scarf, jumped over his bed. Duncan looked around his room and saw that one side was crowded with sheep. They all wore numbers like race cars. Counting sheep was going to be more interesting than Duncan had thought. He fluffed up his pillow, pulled up his blanket, and continued. It was all very well, and Duncan was even starting to feel a bit sleepy. Then he got to 68. 68, said Duncan. Sheep number 68 stepped into position and then hesitated. Duncan paused, his counting and waited. He waited and waited and waited. Finally he asked, "Is there a problem, number 68? Sheep number 68 cleared his throat. "It's just, well, do you think I could have a drink of water before I jump?" Duncan reached for the glass of water that his mom had left and passed it over to him. When number 68 had emptied the glass, Duncan said, "Ready?" Then sheep number 68 nodded. 68, said Duncan said. Then waited. He'd waited. He waited and waited and waited, but sheep number 68 didn't jump. "Is there something else you need?" Duncan asked. "It's just, well, After all that water, I really have to, Duncan sighed. The bathroom is down the hall. When sheep number 68 returned, Duncan fixed him with a determined stare and said, 68. Again, nothing happened. What now? Duncan asked, exasperated. Well, I'm just not sure. I'm quite ready to jump yet. Maybe you could have a few of the other sheep jump first. Maybe I could jump after number 72. Duncan stared at him. Do you want me to count 67, 69, 70, 71, 72, 68? Sheep number 68 looked sheepish. I can't count like that, Duncan said. It's just your turn to jump now. Sheep number 68 thought he would like a bit of a run at the bed. So the other sheep cleared a path for him, but he put on the brakes at last second. Maybe you could use a step stool instead? No, he didn't feel comfortable about that. Maybe he should stretch first, or perhaps borrow sheep number 23's running shoes. What if he took his socks off? No, what if he put his socks back on? It went on like this, and still sheep number 68 would not jump. After drinking his third glass of water, sheep number 68's eyes started to droop. Look, said Duncan. You're tired. He pointed to the other side of his bed. See how relaxed and comfortable those 67 sheep are? Why don't you just join them? Sheep number 68 yawned, heaved a big sigh, and finally made his way over to the other side of the bed. Sheep number 69 and his sleekest racing suit and extra springy sneakers looked expensively at Duncan. But Duncan was fast asleep. Who knew that bedtime could be so exhausting? The end. Thanks for watching. Drop a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye!